Welcome back to another video, guys. So with today, basically spent most of half the day just editing, and then I spent the rest of the day kind of just planning my videos and stuff. I did feel pretty tired today just because last night I went to Drake's concert. I got home pretty late and think I only had like maybe 5 hours of sleep. At the moment, I'm actually feeling okay. But in the morning, probably till like 12, just when I was editing, I just felt so drained. Like nowadays, like when I'm editing, the videos kind of take longer and they kind of take a lot of energy, and it kind of just drains your energy like super quick. But yeah, at the moment I'm okay. And yeah, like I think I just wanted to say really quickly how it's important that on the days where you feel like shit, like today, I only had 5 hours of sleep, and to be honest, most people would probably tell themselves, I'm tired, so let's just take it easy and not do any of the work or, not get much done. Like, let's just chill. Most people would think like that. Like, I'm sure 99% of people in the world think like that when they're super tired, only had like 3 hours of sleep, and you should just, take it easy, right? Most people are like that, and most people will have that kind of mindset. But that's like the difference, right? When you become a business owner, or you want to become an entrepreneur, or you want to do drop shipping, whatever it is, the mindset you need to switch from, having your mind being controlled, having yourself being controlled by your mind, compared to you actually controlling your own mind. And, once you gain that power of being able to control your mind, even though it's telling you to, stop doing all these things because you're tired, or stop getting all these things done, you should just go to sleep, you should just sleep in, right? When you take control of your own mind and you become more disciplined in what you need to do, it's such a like superpower, right? If you think about it as like having a superpower where you can control your mind, you basically can do anything you want that you put your mind to it, like genuinely, right? Like when I was reading the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, it was one of the first books that I read, and it really put me on to like how I should just have faith in a lot of the things that I need to get done. Like, yeah, most of the things in that book was talking about how you just need to have self-belief, really, and you just need to believe in yourself. And I really like adopted that in all of last year when I was doing dropshipping. Like, I would truly believe in myself that I had like limitless potential, and I wasn't gonna let anything stop me. I wasn't gonna let my mind game stop me. I wasn't gonna let anyone around me stop me. Like, I was not gonna let anything stop me from getting my goals and whatever I wanted to be achieved done. And yeah, it's the power of, your mind and the self-belief you have to put on yourself. Like, no one really like talks about it, but if you believe you can do something and you think about it all the time, eventually it'll get to the point where you'll start getting the work, right? You start finding the work to do to achieve that dream or that goal, right? And then you only start kind of like bringing that to light. Whereas if you're constantly thinking about, it's too hard, or, it's just not realistic, or whatever it is, like when you keep telling yourself all these like negative thoughts, you're only going to be dragging yourself away from it, and you'll just never be happy. And until you have the day where you can actually think positively about everything that you want to do, and you think that you can do anything, like you'll start to realize how your potential is literally limitless. Like, you do not need to have a 100 IQ or whatever to, become a millionaire, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that like there's like what 80% or something, or like 1 in 15 Americans are millionaires. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure 1 in 15 Americans are millionaires. Like, that number is insane. Just to hear 1 in 15 people in America are millionaires. Like, you could have no idea, but the people in the same room as you, one of them could be a millionaire. And so if you surround yourself with like these kind of people that you want to be like, right? You surround yourself with these positive energies, and most of them will probably have the right mindset that you need to kind of adapt into. And we're all kind of born into the same like social world where everyone is kind of putting everyone down with these like negative thoughts like, oh, if you're tired, just take it easy, don't work too hard, or like going on holidays and making plans for doing all these holidays and just not working as hard as you should be. Like, we're all born into it, right? But it's like the mindset you need to switch yourself into when you want to achieve like independence and entrepreneurship. Like, you completely need to change yourself. And that first thing comes from your self-belief and your mental strength, right? Because without that, you will not get anything done. You'll find, one little thing that is like a little negative when you start off, and then that will just stop you and you won't go any further, right? It took me like 4 to 5 months while doing organic till I got my first sale. And I was working maybe like 7-8 hours a day on dropshipping at the time. And I was doing that with zero money to show for it. But I pushed through because I knew I was going to get it done. And I wasn't stressed about doing it quick or like, becoming a millionaire now. Like, I know it's eventually going to happen. I just need to keep working hard at it, keep learning, and eventually it'll come. And in some ways, it could be better the fact that I don't get it quick. Because if I get it quick, I won't understand the value of it and I may just spend it all. Whereas if the longer I get it and longer I wait for it, right, actually, the more I'll actually appreciate when I do achieve it. And so, that's the kind of mindset and the positive mindset you need to put on yourself is in any bad situation you think you're in, there is always something positive to gain out of it. There is always a lesson from something bad happening to you, and that you should always take that on as a positive thing, right? Like, something that I think I've adopted recently or the past few years is basically say if a girl or something breaks up with you, right? And, instead of moping around and being sad about it, I've adopted the mindset of the fact that if this girl or whoever, right, wants to come along and, they want to break up afterwards, then it is what it is. Time goes on, right? It just wasn't meant to be, right? They just weren't the one. And then I just move on. Like, simple as that. And that's the mindset I've adopted recently of just trying to think of everything in a positive light. Yeah, I may be a little sad and I'll probably feel a bit lonely, but that will pass over a month or 2 months. And like, there's no point putting yourself in a depressive rut like most people would for like 6 months over a breakup. If it happened, I will just move on and that's it. That's it with them. And that's all right because they just weren't meant to be. That time wasn't right. So it's all right. Just move on. And, I would recommend like most people to kind of think of that, right? And to want to kind of aspire to have that kind of mindset for themselves. Just to, be able to just see everything in a more positive light. Because I know most people out there, from what I have seen, everyone is super negative, right? Even like, it's honestly everyone in every country, in every side of the planet, everyone is negative. Like, I can clearly see this just from doing organic and seeing how people comment on videos and most of people's like behaviors. People are just negative for no reason, right? And like, for yourself, you need to understand that you need to be different to be able to stand out, right? You need to be different to 99% of the people in the world to be able to stand out and to be able to make it. Because if you stay the same with everyone else and you stay on this negative route, you'll just end up being them, right? But the whole thing is you just need to look at yourself in a better light and see everything in a better light. And believe me, you'll eventually make it. There is just no doubt in the world, right? So, yeah, I'm just going to end this video here. Just something I want to put out there because I know a lot of people kind of think of everything in such a negative light and it kind of just puts their mood down. And it will also put your mood down with everyone around you. And you don't want to be like a negative person giving off this negative energy to everyone. So, yeah. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys kind of got something out of this and you kind of understood, like you need to have like this positive mindset when you are doing dropshipping or just trying to be better in life. The first thing you need to work on is trying to be positive at everything that you see. And everything will seem so much more easier and so much more calm, when you do have that kind of positive thinking in your head. But yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Don't forget to subscribe and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.